Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is March 3rd, 2023. It also happens to be day number 546 of the Indexation Research Project. And what you're looking at this phase of testing is focusing on sites where they've been designated as desktop primary crawler by Google versus a smartphone. And their indexation process is different, as well as their servability of content. Now, if you don't know what your site is, you can Google how to find the primary crawler of my site. This morning was still the first result, and in that video you'll see where to look in your Search Console to know. It is not something that you have any control over at this point. Now, what you're looking at, you can find this data log on American Way Media. If you search for Google Index Detector, you will find it. And it's kind of what's on American Way Media. This is like a combination of the data logs and the testing results. Now, in yesterday's Crawl or No Crawl report, just real quick, I was able to, using properly charted data. The data was not changed. I had just messed up on charting it. I talked about when that update had to have been rolled out. I'll put the URL in the description. But basically, I was able to, using that data, now isolate the days that the actual update ran. So you might want to watch that to get the details. Now, Google has already told us this is not a continuous rolling update, at least for now. So if you watch February 26th, I put in there some tips on possible ways your content could be rewarded. Because remember, this is not a penalty update. This is a reward update. So if you don't have, if you don't have certain things on your page, you're not going to be rewarded, and other people will, which means they go up, you go down. So it's going to feel like a penalty, but it isn't a penalty. Now, going back over here, just to let you know real quick, yesterday new content was found with the JavaScript keyword. So that made its way all the way through the rendering and is being served. Now, this one, the test simple ones, not so much. So the only way to really find these is to search for them in quotes, but that doesn't mean that means that they're served, okay? So if you're basing your certainty that because you can find your page URLs in quotes that's the same as being served, that is not an accurate interpretation. Findable in quotes is not the same as being served by Google for being findable by your keywords. Now, I can confirm at best there's a delay between indexing and serving on sites where the data is compiled by the desktop bot. Currently, let me go over here. Bot rendering time is around 5 seconds. So that means if your content is being rendered, Google gives you 5 seconds to get all of your stuff loaded in there. So if your optimizations are coming after that time, you might experience what feels like, again, a penalty. I'm going to, now for this one, because I'm not publishing on the smartphone site, it looks like, it's red means trouble. It doesn't. It just means it's indicative of the fact that there's no new content being published on there. All right. Well, that's it for today. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section. Also going to be a little late on getting the podcast out today. So check back if you follow the feed. It'll update when I get it out. Okay. Take care. Thanks. Bye.